Did the Métis of Sault Ste. Marie have any involvement in the Red River Rebellion?
Somewhat in an interesting way. So again, by that point, most of our community, because of the huge influx of settlers into our community and having to relocate and loss of land, a lot of families had moved westward, and so they were there during the events of the resistance in 1869, 1870, and so sort of by extension, our families were involved in that because of the connection, right? And then the same thing in 1885 in Batoche. There were families in Batoche who were connected with families here in Sault Ste. Marie, the Nolan family, and others. But before the resistance of 1869, in 1848, 1849, there was a trial known as the Sayers trial in Manitoba. A guy named Guillaume Sayre had been charged with trading furs across the American border, and so Louis Riel Sr., Louis Riel's father, him and the rest of that community, they stood up and they said, no, we're not going to abide by these imaginary rules that the Hudson's Bay Company established. This is our territory and we'll trade with whoever we want to trade with. And so they found Guillaume Sayre guilty, but they refused to, the judge didn't put a penalty because the courthouse was completely surrounded by hundreds of Métis people who were armed. And the judge didn't want to deal with that, essentially, right? And so, but Guillaume Sayre his family was from here, right? The Sayres family here in Sault Ste. Marie and in Blind River area, that's his family, and they were moving back and forth between here and Red River, right? Previous to that, I talked earlier about the Battle of Seven Oaks, right? When that battle happened in the early 1800s, I can't remember, would have been 1816, right? So 1816, the Métis community here sent a couple of canoes full of I don't know what the term is, voyageurs, warriors, soldiers, whatever, westward. They were stopped near, just outside of what is now Fort Frances, by Hudson's Bay Company forces before they could actually get to Red River, but they participated certainly in supporting that effort during the Battle of Seven Oaks.